Alright guys, welcome back to another Horror Room movie review, and today we have Friday the 13th, Part 9, but I guess it's just called Jason Goes to Hell.
Or the
Final Friday.
which was weird.
There's
when we
like
saw
four
it.
titles.
Yeah, it's like we read it on Netflix. And we all know it's Jason Goes to Hell. That's the cover you see. That's what you get. But when we watched the movie, it was like when it came up, it was like the final chapter or whatever, or the final Jason, whatever it was called. It's
The Final Friday.
The
Jason
Final
Goes
Friday.
to Hell. This movie came out in 1993. $3 million budget, made about $15 million, so probably not too successful. I guess it's more successful than Jason X, though, right? Because we were looking at the box office, and I'm pretty sure that did the worst. That or Manhattan, one of those. But
Manhattan was really bad. We noticed.
yeah, that was
straight
a
off the
really
bat.
bad box office. But as far as this movie goes overall, I have to say I liked it better than 8, Manhattan. Just because the deaths were better. There was some gore, there was some blood, some moments that happened later for sure, like the cop melting and stuff. There was some definite good gore in this movie.
Well, no, I don't think that was good for when it came up. I just think it rarely ever occurred. Like the couple of times good gore did happen, it was only like 2 times.
Yeah. I don't know. This one, I didn't mind. I know that the whole thing with Jason switching bodies kind of sucks because it's not Jason killing people the whole time. He's only in it. He's actually rarely in this movie, just in the beginning and the very end. But
You get to see reflections of them.
yeah, if you look past that, the movie itself wasn't that bad, and it definitely gets cheesy though. But I didn't go into this one expecting a lot, seeing as they got, 8 was pretty bad, 9, and then Jason X. So yeah, I didn't expect much, and I didn't think it was that bad. I definitely do remember this one though. I remember watching this one years and years ago. There were some scenes in this I had been waiting for. And
He's
all
been
of
talking
these,
about it since since the first movie.
yeah, and I couldn't remember like where this stuff happened, but I didn't mind this movie too bad. But what do you think about it?
It was definitely okay movie. Not one of the best, of course. It was just like a step above. What was it? What was the worst one? The one was just like no Jason at all. Part 6.
That was part 5.
Part 5.
But I liked that one.
No, I thought it was part 5. Yeah, so it's the 4th one I was thinking, the final chapter. So yeah, part 5. I think that was probably my least favorite because it was no Jason. So this this wasn't bad. Like you were saying, it's like it's a good movie. It's just a lack of actual Jason. Just
Yeah.
didn't bring it home to me, but it was still not bad.
I know that Jason X is part 10, but to me personally, this is like the last Jason movie. Just because of the way they were made in the 80s, and this one was in 93. Jason X didn't come out for like 9 years or something. To me, this was like the last Jason movie. I remember as a kid. I was older when I saw Jason X, but as far as like the nostalgia of the old movies, this is the last one for me, as far as the original series goes.
And kind of tell like when you actually put a consecutive Jason movie out, or any movie that is, you get to grow with the film quality. So it doesn't really seem to change. But this almost 10 years between movies, you get to see how Jason X was just production value was just way high. A lot of money was spent on it, and it just didn't gross as much.
Yeah, we're definitely going to get into that more next week because we have Jason X coming up for sure. But this movie starts off with a woman. She's at a camp. She's at Crystal Lake. She's about to take a shower, and Jason shows up, and she runs out of the cabin and leads him right into a trap where the FBI pops out and just starts busting caps all in Jason's ass. Tons of bullets here. There are cops flying down from trees. It was ridiculous.
Ridiculous. When cops just came out of trees, it's really kind of outlandishly.
Yeah.
You have to have a little LOL right there.
So all these cops are shooting Jason. They blow him up. We see him explode, and then we see his heart still beating. That was the beginning. It doesn't really explain what the hell happened from part 8. The last thing we remember was Jason turned back into a child. So what the hell?
Yeah.
But I mean, whatever.
And I said they just now realize, took 9 movies in for them to realize Jason is real. Mm-hmm. He's alive. He keeps coming back, and he killed all these people.
Yeah, it's true. Now he's like, everybody knows. All the movies leading up to this, people were like talking about how Jason, he doesn't exist.
That's
He's
a myth.
dead. Yeah, it's over.
This legend.
For like the first 8 movies, and then movie 9 starts, and they got news reporters talking about it, everything. So they definitely know about Jason. We see him in the morgue. Kane Hodder is actually one of the security guards for his body at the morgue, which is funny since he plays Jason.
Check the sweet mullet on Hodder.
Yeah, and if you watch any Ring of Honor, he looks just like Michael Elgin in this movie. But anyway, the heart starts beating, and the guy doing the autopsy gets possessed by the beating heart. He has to eat it. Pretty disgusting. Then we see these orbs fly into him. Another guy shows up. He's talking shit about Jason, making fun of him, says he wants to take a crap on his mask and stuff like that.
Like, this is like the only time. It's like, how many times do you actually get to talk crap to Jason Voorhees, and he starts talking crap?
Yeah. So obviously the guy turns around now that he's possessed by Jason, stabs the dude's head, smashes it into a grate. I thought it was pretty cool.
Definitely pretty cool, because you see the grate, you lift it up and you see his face all smushy like in the grate and everything. That's pretty cool.
It was cool. And as Jason goes to leave, or the autopsy guy goes to leave, we see the reflection of Jason Voorhees in the mirror. So it definitely is Jason. Then we get a news reporter, and he says that the security guards were also killed. Jason Voorhees has escaped, or something. I'm not really sure what he was saying. He just says that Jason has been killing for over 20 years, further screwing up the timeline, but we knew that was going to happen with this movie.
Yeah. We were just kind of just waiting for him to speak of some type of timeline.
Yeah, and he goes on to say that Jason did not die in the lake. Yeah, that's still up in the air for me. I'm not really sure what to think about all that because of the mother situation, but
yeah, I'm going to pass out if I think about it too hard.
Yeah, so we meet Duke the bounty hunter. He's caught a lot of famous criminals in the past.
Almost sounds like Dog, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
But he is a bounty hunter, and his name is Duke.
And he believes that Jason is jumping from body to body, and he says he will truly end Jason Voorhees for $500,000. There's been 5 more murders as Jason makes his way from Ohio back to Crystal Lake. So then we see Duke at a diner, and he gets in a fight with the sheriff after he asks his girlfriend to help him stop Jason. Apparently she's related to Jason. She's his half-sister. So Duke's trying to get her help to stop Jason, and they throw him in jail because he's causing a scene at the diner.
Half-sister. Yeah. This is where they throw his lineage, his like blood just everywhere too. They're just like, you know what, screw it. Jason had a sister, half-sister. You know what, let's just do it.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can think of is Jason's father, whoever that might be, just had another kid.
I mean, it could have been the mother too, but that's just to suspect that she would have been alive and the same age as Jason.
Yeah, I would have to go with the father on this one because we've never seen him. And
yeah.
But then we see this guy with glasses, Steven. He picks up 3 hitchhikers and he drops them off at Camp Crystal Lake. Jason shows up in another body. He cuts up a girl with a scalpel, and then he stabs these other people during sex. I thought that was a pretty cool death scene. Blood just kind of squirts all over the guy. It didn't really show him kill the man, though.
No, it didn't.
So I thought that was kind of weird.
I mean, it really, like, when it just stabbed through the tent, that really wasn't really much to me, because, like, we thought we were going to be, like, see a double kill going on, but no.
Yeah. He just, like, stabs the girl, and then the man is screaming, and then we just see the guy leave.
The coolest, like, you understand why that part was so cool, because Jason lifts up, or the guy, you know, not Jason, but Jason, lifts the thing up, so it would cut that woman all the way up here, which is cool. I just wanted to see it. It just didn't show it.
Yeah, it didn't show it. You gotta use your imagination for that one. So then we see Jason kill a woman outside the diner. He just runs up and kicks the door right as the girl's getting into the car, and it just shows her, like, I guess, break her neck.
Just like smush it.
That was a scene I definitely remember as a kid watching. I just thought it was really brutal. It just looked really sick. And it wasn't gory, there wasn't blood or anything. It's just the timing of it.
Yeah.
It was just like a sick neck break.
And that for me, it was cool, but it was only like for a moment, barely for a moment, and it's just nothing came of it. And like you didn't see blood squirt out. It was just like almost like a balloon shot to me. So again, like for me, I think it was a pretty lackluster kind of death scene.
But she's got her boyfriend who is a cop. And
With the
Jason yeah, kidnaps her boyfriend, takes him back to the Voorhees house.
Dexter's this guy up.
Yeah, he just sets him on a table, sets him up Dexter style, and then shaves him. And then I guess he just makes out with the guy to switch bodies.
Yeah.
It's what it looks like. He's got some type of alien type mouth that comes out, and then he switches bodies like
And
that.
Jason knows how to shave, apparently too. It doesn't. So I mean, again, I guess I'm just considering this guy as always as Jason. But if you switch the souls, if you're just Jason inside you, could you not be still the brain, mostly like what that guy remembers of whatever soul you're taking over? You still would know how to do things, I guess. What they would. I'm trying to understand, because that means Jason knows how to shave, because he shaved this dude. Shaved his mustache off and everything, but you don't know Jason to shave.
No.
But these people are going around not talking, so it makes you think this is actual Jason, because Jason never talks.
Yeah, I would expect them to retain the memories of the host, at least somewhat. But then we see Diana from the diner. She gets a call from her daughter Jessica. All these people are related to Jason. She has a baby. The cop, Jason in the cop's body, shows up. He attacks Diana. She sees it's Jason in the mirror, and she shoots him in the head. Of course, he comes back alive. You mentioned this while we were watching it. She walks directly over the body, typical horror movie fashion, even though she has tons of space. I guess you could say she assumed he's dead. I mean, she did shoot him in the head. But, of course, he comes back alive. Tries to take her body. Steven shows up. He starts fighting with Jason.
Jason Cop.
Yeah, Jason Cop. And Diana gets stabbed in the back, so she dies. And Steven pushes Jason out of a window. Diana tells him to protect Jessica, and then the cops show up. Of course, they blame Steven. They think he killed him, or killed her.
And the Jason Cop is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, he vanished Michael Myers style. They look out the window, the body's gone. And Steven gets taken to jail.
Bye, Steven.
So Jessica shows up at the jail after her mom is killed. Steven's in a cell, still wearing the bloody clothes.
Still wearing head to toe bloody, like his jacket's still on. Like they just evidence went out the window with this.
Yeah, they just throw him in there, covered in blood. Duke, the bounty hunter, is in the cell next to him. Oh my God, this is weird. So Duke,
gotta pay a heavy price. You want information?
Yeah, what the hell was that? So Duke has the information on Jason, okay? He knows how to kill him. How does he know this stuff? I have no idea. Like, I have no idea how Duke knows this. But he does. And Steven wants to know how to kill Jason, obviously. And he says, well, you gotta pay a heavy price. Which apparently, in Duke's world, means I get to break some of your damn fingers.
I figured there's no money in jail. So where's the... So how do you pay? And so this guy's kind of psychotic. He's a bounty hunter. You know what? I just break some fingers.
Yeah.
You're going to have to pay somehow.
It doesn't make any sense. He tells him you have to destroy Jason's heart. Only Jessica can do that now since Diana's dead. I guess, how did Duke even know Diana was dead? He's been in jail the entire time. Yeah, I just thought of that. Anyway, so he breaks another finger in exchange for more information. Tells him Jason wants...
Obviously, they think Steven did it, and that's why he's in jail. And like that dude's and the chick's whatever. Her boyfriend is the main cop, like the sheriff.
Yeah.
So I guess he would just overheard it.
Yeah.
If nothing else.
I guess maybe.
I'm just gonna try. I'm just trying to throw that out. To explain it.
Try and make sense of it. So he says that you can kill Jason, but Jason wants Jessica's body so that he can be reborn. Jason needs to be reborn through another Voorhees member, and he can only be killed by another Voorhees member. So Duke, for some reason, knows all this information. Steven knows what he has to do. He tricks a guard, and Steven escapes. I don't know why he didn't set Duke free, but he takes off on his own. He heads back to the diner. He's hiding in the back. He sees his daughter. One of the people who works there lets him take their car, and Steven goes up to the Voorhees house. He's looking around the house. We see the Necronomicon.
It is the Necronomicon from the Evil Dead series movie.
Yeah, so...
Exact replica.
I think Steven falls through the floor or something. He's stuck in a closet, and meanwhile the news reporter shows up, and he says that he kidnapped Diana's body and brought it to the Voorhees house and hid it in a closet so that they can shoot a show here and make it,
A news.
I guess, get higher ratings. So he
Yeah.
actually kidnapped this woman's body. And I mean, the Necronomicon, I assume he placed there. He's wanting to like decorate the house in body parts and stuff.
He's
and,
talking to who he's talking to the phone guy about. I guess you would consider him like a producer of the news, and like whatever they've helped. They've already set this house up. That's who I always talk. He's like, nice. You already got this. It looks good.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's why the book's there.
But he's definitely a big scumbag, this guy. So Steven hears all this. Jason shows up in the cop's body and switches into the reporter's. After he does that, the body of the cop just melts. This was very badass. I mean, his skin comes off, he falls on the wall, and then the skin's like stuck on the wall, his jaw comes off. Very cool scene here. So Steven leaves, and Jessica shows up. He saves her from the reporter, but she still doesn't trust him, and then she steals his car. She goes to the police station, and meanwhile, the reporter comes to the police station, stalking Jessica, and just proceeds to kill people. This was pretty badass. So, Steven shows up with his cop friend, his, I guess somebody he knew.
Yeah, friend, and that's like,
Yeah.
he's like what? Just like one of the dudes that's a cop.
Yeah, he's got a friend who's a cop, and he shows up with him at the police station to find Jessica. The reporter's there with Jessica, killing the other cops. For some reason, Steven shows up, takes his cop friend's gun, and then knocks him out. Like his cop doesn't see the reporter killing everyone. Like, of course he's going to help him now, but he still feels the need to knock this guy out.
Yeah, dude, that was hysterical. First of all, he jumps out of his cuffs like he's David Copperfield, like a ninja. He's like, bloop, I'm gonna grab that gun and knock my friend out in like a second and a half. Blah, take that. Get out of here.
So Steven shoots the reporter. He gets Jessica and they leave. And then after all of this, these two cops show up.
Well, these cops came out of this. We
It's
just have to
a
explain
closet or
this.
something.
Yeah, we just have to explain this scene because it's how funny it is.
But these two cops pop out. One of them's running, and then the one behind him's like pulling up his fly. I don't know what the hell they were doing in there. But I'm not going to speculate on that. But they come out, and they see the reporter, and this one cop does a full-on Charlie's Angels stance. It was amazing.
We wish we could show you right here because of how amazing it was, but we just couldn't.
Oh my god. This was great. And I hope you guys, because if you can, it would be really cool if you watch these movies along with us, because they're really easy to find now, and you can see a lot of the stuff we're talking about. But this was awesome. This entire Charlie's Angels thing. This guy was working it, man.
Yeah, we popped for that and we rewound it.
Yeah. So the reporter comes back to life. He grabs their heads, busts them together, and Duke actually escapes from his cell during this. So now all types of crazy stuff's happening. Steven and Jessica head to the diner. The owner of the diner pulls a gun on Steven. The phones are dead, so they can't call the police, and they accidentally shoot the power box, knocking out the lights in the diner.
Perfect.
And Jason proceeds to just kill every single one of them. Now, this is the scene I have been waiting for. I don't know why. The craziest stuff just sticks out in my mind from watching these years ago. Like the lady's head getting hit in the car door. But the other scene that always stuck out in my mind is when Jason has the guy's head in the, I guess, the French fry machine.
Yeah, I guess like the oil, whatever.
Yeah, he's like got his head in the oil. And then the owner of the diner comes up behind him and Jason just elbows her. And then her face gets like all sunk in. And that scene always stuck out in my head. So during our time watching all these movies, the first 8, I kept thinking, when is this going to happen?
Since the first time we saw the diner and probably the first movie.
The first movie they had the diner.
His memory popped open.
Yeah, the second movie, I was like, is this where he hits that girl in the face and her face gets sunk in? And then in Manhattan, they go to a diner, and I'm like, this is it. This is it. It never was, but finally, we got it. And I knew it had to be this one because it's the last one. Everything after this is space or a newer movie.
Or Jason vs. Freddy.
So I knew it was this one, and I was very excited to see that again. Jason kills all the people in the diner. Jessica leaves Steven after she finds a note from Duke telling her he has her baby and to come to the Voorhees house. Don't know how Duke knew where the baby was. Don't know
Alone.
any of this, but you just gotta go with it.
Come here alone.
So she shows up at the Voorhees house alone. Duke tosses the dagger at her. She catches it.
Dude, okay, this needs to be said. He's had some drawn out drama about like waving a knife in front of the baby and stuff, freaking her out. Gives her the baby. What does he do? He throws a damn dagger at her holding the baby.
Yeah.
Are you serial with this right now? Like you what? No.
Yeah, and I mean,
I don't even know what to say about that. How uncool how stupid that was.
well, he's got to do what he's got to do, man. He's got to stop Jason Voorhees.
It's not even good for a movie. It's just like, let's build it up. This is gonna be a really cool scene. This is gonna be a really cool scene. You threw a dagger while this female is holding her baby that she's just been waiting to get for like hours.
Yeah.
Like she's been away from this. No buys for me, dude. And then the dagger changes like it's a Highlander sword.
Yeah. Oh man, this is where it just goes crazy. The entire movie, of course, it just goes nuts. He explains to her that she's a Voorhees, she can kill Jason, so he throws a knife. When she catches it, it turns into like a super dagger, like you said, a Highlander dagger, and she catches this thing. Then Duke falls through the floor, he hurts his leg. 2 cops show up, the old man cop, Steven's friend cop. He says you gotta kill him, you can't trust anybody now that Jason's out there. She kills the wrong cop, of course, and then Steven's friend tries to possess the baby. Steven shows up, cuts his friend's neck with a machete, and then this tiny little alien creature crawls out of his neck. So this just looked horrible. But there's this little monster crawling around the house, they're watching it, and then it crawls into Diana's body, who's already dead, and then Jason is finally reborn again, and we get the actual hockey mask Jason Voorhees back.
If you play the game Dead Space, the little creature reminds you of a necromorph. Like a specific necromorph in the game.
Yeah, it does.
Pretty awesome.
So Jason's fighting him. He breaks Duke's back with a bear hug. Steven fights Jason, and I don't know how in the hell he does this, but Jason has like the end of a shovel, the handle, and he actually hits Steven 3 times with this, and Steven takes it.
Like more. It's like just keeps hitting him and hitting him.
Yeah, and I'm thinking,
it doesn't break.
What the hell? Jason's in his body now. He's reborn. He
Prime.
has all his powers, his strength, and in the reporter's body, he was strong enough to bust the lady in the diner's face with an elbow to where her entire face freaking caved in. And here he's swinging this stick, and Steven, like the stick doesn't even break. Steven's just taking it and living.
Yeah. Steven tries to kick him in the balls, and of course it's not going to work. So we know we're at Invincible Jason again.
Yeah, I didn't like that part. I thought Steven should not be holding his own against Jason.
Boo.
Yeah. So Jessica sneaks up behind him, stabs him in the chest with a super dagger. The orbs fly out. Jason turns into a Roman candle and just starts popping out these red orbs. And then all these hands pop out and I guess drag him down to hell.
Very puppeteer like
Yeah.
Muppet style hands.
I thought it was very like Fraggle Rock.
There we go.
These just giant stone hands pulling Jason to hell. And then the last thing we see, of course, is the hockey mask in the dirt, and then Freddy Krueger's hand pulls it under the ground. So that was pretty cool.
Dun dun dun.
Sadly, though, we all know like what happened with that. This was supposed to be the lead into Freddy vs. Jason, something people have been wanting to see for years and years, and it was stuck in development hell till, of course, Freddy vs. Jason, like 2002, I think.
Yeah, it was like almost a decade later.
Yeah, it took a really long time to finally get Freddy vs. Jason.
They actually put another Jason movie out. And since, I guess now it makes sense, it had to be in the future. Because if they did it right after the last movie, it definitely wouldn't make sense, because the next movie would have had to have been Jason vs. Freddy.
Yeah. But yeah, that was it. I like the ending. I like Freddy Krueger showing up to pull the mask under.
I have one question. Now, we're talking earlier about like who, the stepsister, bloodline, everything. Where does the Voorhees name drop off of these people where they realized, oh wait, I'm a Voorhees? What happened to the last name? So if it was the father, you would think if it was from the father, he would always have the last name, so she would have the last name.
Yeah,
But if it was
why
from
I
the
think
mother,
it was from the father.
So, but wouldn't they realize their last name is Voorhees? Because it never said their last names.
Well, there's multiple people whose name's Voorhees, probably. I mean, Lark Voorhees from Saved by the Bell.
But in this world, Voorhees means Jason.
Yeah.
So that's all. That's what I'm saying. In this world, you would know you're a Voorhees. You're fucking this close to Crystal Lake. Wait, I'm a relative?
Yeah, but what are they going to do?
I'm just saying, it just didn't. That should have made sense to somebody to realize something.
What are they going to do? Throw him in jail because they're related to Jason? That still wouldn't change.
No, I mean, but they're saying like, I'm just saying, I'm trying to understand like how these people could not know.
I mean,
what's
this is
going on.
obviously a case of they had to do something new. And they brought in something that had never been mentioned before, Jason having relatives, and you're just supposed to go with it. And that's just all it was. I mean, we've never heard anything about Jason having relatives in the past. So, I think they wanted to try something with it. I mean, they didn't screw it up that bad. They said it was his half-sister, and we never met his father.
In the first movie, the mother would say, like, it's her baby or it's her only child.
Yeah, but if it's his half-sister, the mother would have no knowledge of this kid.
So if it is the father, the Voorhees would still just go down the line. So I don't understand how they could not know they're related to Jason. How could you not know? If you're a Voorhees, how could you not think about it?
I think she did know, because when Duke was talking to her in the diner, she was kind of like,
she's like
standoffish. She didn't want to talk about it.
He's like, you know why I'm here.
Yeah,
and she's like standoffish.
I think they're regular people. They just want to live normal lives. For all we know, she changed her last name and doesn't even go by Voorhees. They just called her Diana.
Which is more reason they should explain this crap.
But yeah, so anyways, that's it, guys. Hope you liked the review. I thought this movie was pretty good. As far as the Friday the 13th go, much better than 8 in my opinion. But yeah, so I guess next week we have Jason X.
I think after this movie, I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah, me neither. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm a fan of just the space movies anyway, so I'm really looking forward to see what they do with this and how they're going to explain him coming back again. So yeah, hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on this movie in the comments below, and thanks for watching.